Hello, my name is Mayuri Norris, and today I'm here to propose a tentative solution to a daunting issue that Facebook faces. I'd like to preface this by saying our company has established itself as the premier social networking site with over 2 billion monthly average users. However, this does not make us null and void to typical pitfalls that many internet-based companies face. That pitfall being monetization. Frankly, a majority of users on the internet believe that the internet should be free. Consequently, the easiest and most effective way to monetize is through measures such as digital advertisement. Norris notes that Facebook is no exception to this rule, as Facebook manages to accrue over 97% of its revenues from digital advertising. Krause further notes that this is an issue because Google still possesses a majority of the digital advertising market share. Google has a little bit over 42% of the market share, while we trail behind in second with somewhere around 20%. As you can imagine, this makes us highly vulnerable to financial collapse. To act as a hedge against that, I propose we implement a subscription-based news service. Now you're probably asking me, how exactly is this going to work? You've just noted that a majority of users of the internet do not enjoy paying for services. However, this is where the value proposition comes in. A majority of our usership happens to be millennials, and a majority of millennials happen to acquire their news from social networking sites. As mentioned prior, we happen to be the premier network with over 2 billion monthly average users. By leveraging this, we can effectively provide fact-checked as well as non-biased news sources that will further differentiate us from typical articles that are posted upon social networks. In order to ensure the integrity of our articles, we will partner with premier publishers as well as writers. Furthermore, we'll take notes from prestigious traditional news companies such as the New York Times and the Washington Post. On their websites, they've implemented paywalls, and these paywalls typically enact themselves after a user has accessed over 5 to 10 articles within a monthly span. After this point, they will be introduced to an option that allows them to further pay in a monthly plan to give them further access to all the functionality of their site. Our subscription-based plans will be priced as follows. We'll start pricing the plans at $8 a month for standard users. However, a majority of our demographic is pursuing some sort of education. In honor of them, we'll be offering forth a student discount of up to $4 a month. Now, you're probably asking me, what kind of profits can we receive from this? If just over 5% of our usership joins this platform, we have the potential to gain over $64 million, which is nothing to scoff at. However, this will take some time. We need to do this in a series of 18 months in order to implement this effectively. During the first 3 months, we'll do some research and development efforts, and from these research and development efforts, we'll be able to successfully launch a couple of focus groups. From these focus groups, we'll be able to effectively tweak our platform to meet our user needs, as well as exclude some functionality that they deem pointless. Furthermore, within this 18-month span, we'll launch a 6-month advertising initiative. This initiative will take place on both television and web. Granted, most of our usership is on the web. We'll focus more extensively on web-based adverts. However, television still will bring in a great majority of people to the platform. Finally, we'll introduce free trials. Most importantly, we just want people to get acquainted with the platform as well as the functionality it provides. Once they do their 1-month trial, they'll be able to effectively decide whether or not they deem our platform useful, and from there we'll further tweak the platform to meet some final needs, and we'll be up and running off the ground, and we will aim for expansion. In order to effectively get this initiative off the ground, we'll need a budget of roughly $1.92 billion. When you break this down, this equates to roughly 24% of Facebook's projected annual revenues of $8 billion. This $1.92 billion will be spent advertising as well as doing extensive research and development to ensure that we are creating effectively targeted articles for our viewership that is interested in this service. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate you listening to my presentation.